there, Ginger Roses. Welcome back to the YouTube. We have some exciting news. I have finally ordered the golden play button. We passed 1 million subscribers about, I want to say, nearly 6 months ago, and I just never got a notification to tell me, you know, we're sending you a gold play button. I managed to get in contact with YouTube, and they're finally going to send it to me. So we should be with us in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and we're going to put it there. I don't know where I'm going to put the silver one now. Maybe just underneath it? Let me know in the comments, where do you think I should put it? Now we've got that exciting news out of the way, we can get on with this bit boring video. A little while ago, I asked you guys, what's the funniest, craziest thing you've seen a Year 7 do? Now, we all know, you've all seen my videos. Every year, Year 7s come in. Every year, they get just scarier and scarier, stronger and stronger, more and more chavvy. It's just more and more ridiculous every year, the things they do. So I just thought, I'd ask you guys what you've seen Year 7s do. I've read all the stories, and oh my god, they are brilliant. Just when you think Year 7s can get any more crazy, they can. Before we start, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I want to get a diamond one, all right? So you better subscribe. I saw a little Year 7 bring in a gun, and we had a whole lockdown just for the Year 7 to say it was a BB gun, and then he got expelled 3 weeks later. Shows how bad our school is, and shows how far Year 7s will go. Oh my god. That's like the UK equivalent, isn't it, of an American kid bringing in a gun to school. It's a BB gun. Still shouldn't bring it into school, but it was a BB gun. I wonder if he shot any teachers with it. Okay, this one's a long one. When I was in Year 11, I was walking back to the main school building from my lunch break. There were 2 ambulances in the car park and every safeguarding staff outside blocking the view. After finding a Year 8 student in almost tears, what had happened was 2 Year 7 students had brought some drugs off the street and taken them in the school disabled toilet while paying a Year 8 girl to stand guard. Paying a Year 8 girl to stand guard. Uh-oh, that's not ideal. Once the Year 8 student couldn't hear anything, she started panicking and went to find someone to break the door down. Oh, right, so she couldn't hear anything from the Year 7 students because, I don't know. And both students were found overdosing on the drugs they had bought. Uh-oh. Was speculated to be cocaine, but was never confirmed. Oh my god. Both students were never seen on the school premises, and the Year 8 student was handed a week of isolation for engaging in this criminal activity. This was the talk of the corridor for a solid month after it happened. Definitely one of the more crazy things I've seen during my school time. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Every year, these kids, they just get worse and worse. When I was in Year 7, all I wanted to do was find out where my lesson was and make sure I was there on time without getting told off. I didn't want to get bullied. These kids are taking cocaine at school. What? What is wrong with them? I had a Year 7 tell me why they were in detention. They told me that they emptied a highlighter and poured the ink into a water bottle, then forced some girl to drink it for a £5. Forced them to drink it for a £5. It sounds like the girl wanted to do it in exchange for £5. Someone brought a slug into my English class and then they ate it. I could just imagine it. That sounds like a mix between Henry the Wicked and a Year 7. Piss in one of the paper bowls from the cafeteria. Okay, I need to see this. Paper bowls. Cafeteria. You pissed in one of these. Why? Did you do it in the canteen? I want to know now. Make sure you stick around, guys, because these stories are just getting worse and worse. Kick me and the teacher. So the Year 7 kicked you and the teacher. Okay, yeah. I mean, that sounds like something a Year 7 would do. Beat 2 Year 11s in a fight. Not one, but 2 Year 11s. 2 fully grown Year 11s. I suppose they're not fully grown at Year 11. But 2 Year 11s, 4 years older than the 1 Year 7, were no match. Shag a Year 11. Oh, surely that didn't actually happen. These Year 7s are just unstoppable. They're uncontrollable at this point. From beating up Year 11s to shagging them. A teacher bent down to help someone and a Year 7 slapped her bum with a ruler. God, I mean, that's just straight up abuse. You can't be doing that. I hope they got excluded. Something. I hope they had some sort of, I don't know, prison maybe? I'm just going to say it now, right? You heard it here first. All Year 7s need to go to a mental asylum and maybe a bit of prison time as well. Even if they haven't done anything, because they will. Steal blue paint from art and go back to the lesson to chuck it over someone. Why? It's just so unnecessary. I remember my first day of Year 7, and I sat down in the classroom with my backpack on. I was all scared, and I was just sort of looking around the room. I was looking around the room to just, like, you know, taking in the environment, looking at the other kids. Just as I was going around, I set my eyes on someone and they were looking at me like this. We were just staring at each other like this. And then he just went, "What are you looking at?" But in a year 7, like, he literally looked at me like he wanted to kill me. He was like, "What are you looking at?" What do you say to that? Felt like when I was in year 7, every other kid had hit puberty and was a man already. And they're all just really angry for some reason. I was just a child in amongst adults. That's what it felt like to me. There's a little story from my first day of year 7. One time in my school, I saw a year 8. A year 7 in Scotland is a year 8. Okay, didn't know that. Kick a year 10 in the balls and steal his vape. Classic. And then he smacked his teacher with a bag when they caught him. Smacked his teacher with the bag. Oh, God. Why? They're just, like, unhinged, aren't they? Mental asylum. Probably needs some prison time. Vaping in the toilets. Silly as f***. Keep up the sensational vids. Thank you, iBreadball1. Vaping in the toilets, yeah, that's another classic. That's another classic thing year 7s do. They didn't really do that when I was in school, just because I think my last year of school was when vapes were just coming out. I left school in 2018. I feel like, yeah, vapes were a thing then, but I don't think many year 7s were doing it. But now, kids are addicted. It's just funny to me that, bearing in mind, these kids are like 11, 12 years old. There's just like absolutely no way they should be doing these things. This next one's from a teacher. I taught a kid once who went to write count on the whiteboard, but missed out the O. I'll let you work that one out. Square up to my history teacher because he got detention for throwing a bottle at him. Squaring up. Again, like, imagine an 11-year-old kid squaring up to you. Oh, f*** you up! I once saw a year 7 try to throw a panini at someone, but missed and hit a teacher. You can't be missing with those panini throws. I got hit by a panini once by one of my friends. Fun story. His bag was so big and heavy, he fell backwards. Oh, yes. I so remember that. All the kids, all the year 7 kids, because they were so small, it just made their bags look 10 times bigger than they were. I also, when I was in year 7, I carried 3 bags around with me. I had my main bag, I had my PE kit. Yeah, I definitely had a 3rd bag, but I can't remember what was in it. Maybe it was my pencil case. Just a massive bag with my pencil case. I've seen a grade 7 kid pull down his pants and run into the girls' bathroom. Wonder what he was getting up to. My friend caught a year 7 making out with a year 10 girl in the bathroom. Making out with a year 10 girl. Wow. The age gap in school is so much worse when you're in school compared to when you're an adult. When you're an adult, everyone is an adult, so it's fine. But when you're in school, it's like an 11-year-old going out with a 14-year-old. It's just weird. Vape in the skate park with his little Chav scooter. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Was he wearing a tracksuit? Was he really angry for no reason as well? 19 of them started Fight Club in an alley behind the drama block. Matches set up in advance, like the film. 19 of them. It's really specific. Did you count them all? Imagine 19 year 7s in a fight club. It's just like, if you walk past that, you just wouldn't want to have anything to do with that because you will die. This one dude shit in his hand and started chasing people with it. And this one kid puked and the first kid dipped his hand into it and chased everyone all over. Oh. Oh. What is wrong with kids? Mental asylum. See? Mental asylum. These kids need to be locked up. If you're a year 7 and you're watching this, this is where you belong. All right? This is what you deserve. Imagine if you're a teacher of this class and you go out to the school playground and you just see all your kids with shit on their hands and puke on their hands. I think at that point, I would just turn around in the other direction and I'd probably just drive home. There's not a paycheck in the world that would get me to deal with that. What is wrong with mental asylum? There's this year 7 that walks around with 2 girlfriends. 2 girlfriends. One isn't enough. They need 2. They walk around with both of them and they're both just happy. They're fine with that. Are they in year 10 by any chance? 3, 4 years older than the kid. Why? So, I just love him. I just love how angry he is all the time. I like the way he hits me. God, that was pretty dark. Try to see who could remove the most pieces of clothing before the teacher noticed. What a fun game. First of all, why? Second of all, I can just imagine the teacher looking down at their computer, just, working away. All of a sudden, they look up and see this. That would be so weird if you're a teacher. You look up and you just see your whole class naked. and just wonder what the f***'s going on. Weird kid twins that physically never left each other's side that would hiss at random kids. Weird kid twins. Okay, so not only is it 2 Henrys, not 1 but 2 Henrys, but they're year 7 Henrys. Oh god. Oh god. That sounds horrible. And they would randomly hiss at random kids. 2 year 7s had a scrap and 1 got pushed over a bin. Oh yes, that was always so funny watching 2 year 7s have a fight. It's always so funny in school when there's a fight and you're not involved, but you just watch it. You're a spectator. Because you just... it's just so entertaining. But when it was year 7s, it was the best thing ever because it was so funny because they're just so small. Teacher didn't let him go to the toilet, so he pooped in the middle of class. He also had diarrhea. If he was a year 7, to be honest, I'm surprised he didn't in the teacher's face. Causing a riot in the street because someone stole their prime. That is such a year 7 thing to get angry over, isn't it? A year 7 somehow managed to throw me across the bus, not joking, and then he pushed me into the fencing for the stairs on the bus, which had nails sticking out of them. Somehow I was okay, but some other students the very next day were scared to go on the bus. This is what I mean, they got super strength. Prison time they need. I saw a year 7 throw shit at my teacher. Why? Where did they get this shit from? Why did they throw it? What was the teacher's reaction? Just want to know. I once seen a year 7 teacher get a year 7 and chuck them in the bin. When the teachers had enough, they just remove their students and put them in the bin. That's great. I mean, fair enough. I think I'd do the same if I was a teacher, especially if I was a teacher of year 7s. A random year 7 was in a shop and yelled, "Sweet Caroline," and a bunch of people finished the song. I was laughing so hard when I left the shop. Ba ba ba. That's a good story. I love that. A year 7 climbed on the roof of the PE department at my school, and him not getting caught for like 10 minutes was the funniest thing. Oh, that does sound funny. I wish I was there to see that. I remember a story from some of my friends breaking into my school at night and just like running around the school aimlessly. And they got caught and then they got excluded. But that sounds so funny. In my school, when I was in year 8, I caught a year 7 covering the whole toilet in shit with his hands. Why? First of all, why shit? Second of all, why with his hands? Like, come on. He bribed me with £5 not to tell any teachers. I took the £5. Okay, so you took the £5, you didn't tell any teachers, but what you did do was send it to me to show thousands of people. Good on you. I've mentioned it in previous videos, and I'm going to mention it again. I don't get kids, like, addiction to covering toilets with their own feces. Okay, guys. We've made it to the end of the video. That's going to be today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, basically just proving even more how unstable, mentally unstable these year 7s are. They are getting worse every year. I don't know what we're going to do about it. I don't know why they're getting worse, to be honest. Well, I do know why. They were all given a vaccine that didn't work by the government. And now they're just like little supercharged humans. And they're just all angry. They're so angry. Oh, God. Well, I enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. It's bloody made me laugh. Before you go, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're growing all the time. It's brilliant. And I love you. Take it easy. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Oi! Subscribe!
Oh, God, please subscribe. Subscribe.
Subscribe! Subscribe!